My eyes have literally aged about 20 years. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Carmel, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at some makeup that I don't really like. Yeah, makeup products that for some reason I never want to pick up. And I've actually picked products that everybody loves. Every single person seems to love this makeup but me. So today we're going to be looking at whether I'm the problem or whether they are just not great products. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. I don't really know what's going on with my hair today, but it's fluffy. It's very fluffy, so let's get rid of that. Skin is already prepped and I don't have any eyebrow products to moan about today. Okay, eyebrows, you're safe. We'll kick off with the eyes then, and with this palette, which I was so disappointed with. I really was. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Haze palette. Didn't like this at all, and it was so disappointing to me because I really loved this, which was the Embers palette. I adore this palette. I think it's absolutely amazing. But with this, I don't know whether it's just the tones in here, but they just didn't show up on my skin at all. I am wanting to go back in with this today, give it another whirl, see if we can make it work. Let's hope for the best. So there are the swatches of the shades. And honestly, some of them are just so hard to swatch. Look, you can barely see some of those mattes. And I think that was part of the problem. And the shade that you think is a blue duochrome is actually very red. I just prepped my eyes with the NARS Pot Concealer. And I think we'll start by going in down here. Just grabbing a BK Beauty N13, one of the Nicola Rose brushes. I should really love this palette because it's got some lovely neutrals and some cools in here. I didn't think it had a whole lot of pigment, to be honest, but that's got quite a bit of pigment. Yeah, anyway, I'm not getting my hopes up. Not getting my hopes up just yet. I love a good cool toned look, and the majority of the shades do pull quite cool on me rather than neutral, but I just think that's to do with my, my olive skin. This shade here is next. I'm going to go in with Morphe M331 for this. I like to do videos like this because I'll never be that person that comes on here and tells you that makeup is absolutely rubbish. I really do like to give things a second, third, and maybe even fourth chance. I'm going to go in with this shade here in the middle. Let's take that all over the lid, shall we? That is a pretty shade. That's actually a beautiful one and done. That has really good payoff, actually. I don't remember it being that pretty. So let's dip into this and bring them under the lash line. I'll use a BK Beauty 209 for that. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this navy. Now, this navy is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use a Sigma EO6 for this, and I'm just going to bring a little bit of that just directly on the lash line. Let's finish off the inner corner with this bright shade here. Pop that in the inner corner with my Morphe M383. I will still say that I still don't love this, but I'm sure that even though I don't love it, you might love it. It's just not the one for me. So the mascara that I have chosen to talk about today is a mascara that everybody loves. Everybody loves, apart from me. I don't hate it, but I was so underwhelmed with it. It's this one from Tower 28. This is the MakeWaves mascara. I was so excited to try this when it arrived over in Europe, but I was so underwhelmed by it. I just expected a lot more. So we're giving it another whirl today. I have this in the shade Jet. So the brush has a slight curve, which I really like, and I like the brush on it actually. And it's small, but it contains a lot of product, this brush, so I'm going to just wipe it off. Look at all that comes off there. That's very deceiving. I don't remember having any problems with this kind of lasting and the performance of it. It was literally that I just expected to have the best lashes on the planet after using it, and yeah, I didn't really. I actually think it's so important to return to mascaras that you didn't really love. Often mascaras just need a little bit of warming up. They need a little bit of an airing. So I'm happy to return to mascaras that I didn't once like. But just looking at the information on the mascara, it claims to be a clean, non-toxic formula, which is lightweight, easily buildable. It claims to have 3 flexible suspended bands on the brush that visibly lengthen and define each lash. And actually, do you know what? That's turned out all right, hasn't it? I don't mind that at all. That is much better than the first few times that I actually used this and then left it in a drawer. I kind of like my eyelashes today. Is it the best mascara on the planet? No. And I think the problem is the internet. It's the internet. They hype up products so much that you think it's going to change your life. This is not a life-changing mascara, but is it a really good everyday mascara? Yeah, actually. And do you know what? The price isn't too bad. You can get it on Sephora UK for £20, which is probably about 22, 23 euros. You know, you can probably pick up a L'Oreal mascara for the same price. Tower 28. I think I may have to start using this again. Go back to your mascaras, people, because sometimes they just need a little bit of time to warm up. And I think that's the case with this one. It's actually really nice. I think I was wrong. Hey, don't be telling my husband that I admitted I was wrong about something. We don't do that around here. Okay, let's move on to the under eyes. And this one is painful for me because every single person on planet Earth loves this concealer, but for some reason it won't work on my under eyes and I need to try and force it to. It's this one from Essence. It's the new Silky Blur Concealer. I know everybody is raving about this, the best concealer for mature skin, and I'm like, hello, it's not working for me. So we've got the shade 150 here and then we've got 160 here. I think I'm going to go in with 160. I actually think the 160 is more pinky toned. But let's give it a little whirl anyway. Now, you don't need a lot of this because this is a super full coverage concealer, all right? Full coverage. I'm going to use Amalfi M131 concealer brush for this. So, look, I remember when I first reviewed this and I said, oh, look, it's just a bit creasy on my under eyes. And everybody was like a bit angry with me. They were like, but your under eyes look so good. And genuinely, gave me great coverage. Actually was really, really blurring under the eyes. But over the course of a day, I just felt like it dried out my under eyes. Now, I do have problematic, awkward under eyes because they're very dry. They're also very thin as well. So, look, I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. Yeah, no, it's too heavy. Oh, no. My eyes have literally aged about 20 years. No, it's too creasy. Like for me, that's too much. Let's take some off because we can't be blaming the product if we're piling it on. Don't know what I was thinking then. Look, if you are not bothered about having, you know, a bit of creasing under the eyes, you will like enjoy this. I don't mind creasing. I get creasing with every concealer, but this just makes my under eyes look pretty old. Older. I am old, but older is what I mean. It's settling into all these lines. I'm not used to this. Used to a few lines settling into here, but not here. And it's really settling. No, that's not good. That's not good. This is the exact same concealer as the Charlotte Tilbury concealer, the newer one, the new full coverage one. I had the exact same experience with that one. It just made my under eyes look older. I want to love this. Number one, I love Essence. Number two, I love concealers. If you have very smooth, oily under eyes, I think you might like this. For my dry, wrinkly under eyes, it's no good. I've tried again, okay? I might try again with it even, but at the moment, it's a no. So the foundation that I want to talk about today is one that has caused me a little bit of stress because, look, when I first tried it, I did actually like the look of my skin. But when I first reviewed it, I definitely found myself finding a lot more negatives with it than positives. And it's this one from Natasha Denona. This is the Hy-Glam foundation. This is the shade N6 and it's a lovely runny consistency. And yeah, I kind of liked how it looked on my skin, but at the same time, I found that it settled into lines. I found that it wasn't blurring at all. It kind of emphasized my pores, bit of texture. So I never reach for it, and it's so expensive, this foundation. So today I want to see if I can make this work. Just using my Mario F4 brush, and I'm just gonna work into what's on the back of my hand. Again, I've only used a moisturizer and SPF on my skin today. And I did have people in my comment section, I remember, saying, what's your problem, basically? It looks really good on you. And yeah, I think I just found myself being, even though I liked it, being more negative. And I just never, ever, ever use this, ever. And the shade is actually pretty good, even though I've got a bit of a tan. That's good. Do you know what? It blends out really easily. I'd say it has a good medium buildable coverage. It's very glowy and it is very pore emphasizing. One thing I do remember about this foundation is the longevity of it. I remember it being one of the most long-lasting foundations ever, and that was great. But I think I just found more problems than I did not problems. I don't think that this is a foundation for people with oily skin, put it that way. In general, I like what this does for my skin. So it feels extremely hydrating. It looks like I've got very healthy, juicy, dewy, luminous skin, doesn't it? But what I don't like about it, there's two major things. Number one, it enhances my pores quite significantly. There's no blurring there, just pore emphasis. And the second thing that I don't really like about it is it does look a little makeup-y. It does look a little on the heavy side. I feel the exact same way as I felt previously. And for the price, I mean, how much was this again? 56 euros. It's fine, but it should be more than fine. When I was going through my bronzer drawer and I was looking at bronzers that I have an issue with, I wanted to go back in with this from Saie. This is the SuperSuede Baked Bronzer, the Radiant Baked Bronzer. And this is in the shade Amalfi. I definitely didn't hate this, but I didn't love it either. And I think I was disappointed because I loved the blush version of this. I didn't have the same experience with this product. So this is in the shade Amalfi, which is a light to medium shade. I'm going to put this on with a Morphe M240 sculpting brush. I just never want to use this. I felt like there were better powder bronzers out there. Now, I could be asking for trouble today because this isn't a matte bronzer. It's a radiant bronzer. So it's not shimmery or anything like that. It just has a little bit of luminosity to it. And for that reason, it's probably going to emphasize a little bit more texture than, you know, a matte bronzer. And with this foundation that I've got on today, it's not the best combination. Maybe I needed a deeper shade. I can't really see that a whole lot. Yeah, I think I was just so excited to try this. And in the end, it was forgettable. It was just really forgettable. I think that's what it is. And that's just it, really. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's very subtle, though. I'll give it that. And I think if you don't like to wear a lot of bronzer, if you just want something quite natural, this is nice. I just don't want to use it. That's all. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing special about it either. And that's it. It's just fine. It's just fine. So the blush that I'm going to be using, I've never actually used on the channel before, I don't think, because it was just so, I don't know, underwhelming to me when I tried it. I was late to the party on this one. It's the Westman Atelier Cream Blush. I just want to say that I didn't hate this. And I don't hate this. I don't hate any of this makeup. But I was really underwhelmed with it. I thought it was nice. But for the price and the hype over this blush, I thought it was going to be the best blush I've ever tried in my whole life. Now, Westman Atelier, I do appreciate that they do minis, but the minis, I mean, 26 euros, I think it was, or 28 euros for this mini. And the full size is 56, I think. In the mini, you get 2.5 grams. That is, no, that's not allowed at all. I have this in the shade Petal, which is just, I mean, if we talk about me in a blush, it's this. I'm going to apply this with a BK Beauty 109, and I'm not going in straight on the face. I'm going to tap into this. Listen, I have really high expectations when it comes to blush. And I have a lot of blushes that I absolutely adore. And if something doesn't really knock my socks off in the first few times of using it when it comes to blush, I get annoyed because I have so many that are so good. And although this, again, it's a lovely blush, it's creamy, it's easy to apply, but I find that I have to spend quite a bit of time kind of building up the coverage. I think I just prefer more pigmented blushes. I mean, that is pretty, isn't it? I know this is going to show me up now, but I think I just expected more from this. Although it's nice and it's pretty and it's lovely, I wanted it to be more than that. Does that make sense? Especially when everybody's always like, oh, the Westman Atelier blushes, they're the best things on the planet. It's not like me to leave blush sat in a drawer at all. Maybe the combo today is just working. What do you think? Do you like the look of this blush? Okay, I think that the blush is a bit of a success. I think I was harsh on it to begin with. Embarrassing. I knew something would show me up. I knew it. So there was a powder that was released this year that I thought I would love and not really the biggest fan. It's Natasha Denona again. I know, I'm not picking on you, Natasha, I promise. It's the Hy-Glam powder. This is a translucent powder. Oh, I hate this packaging. You notice that I didn't even have the lid on properly then because I can't do it. Look. See, look, it all comes out. It's got a sifter. I don't know if mine is broken. I think I may have broken it. Okay, let's try again. Oh, I did it. Oh my gosh, is there something wrong with me? Seriously, is there something wrong with me in this powder? I didn't hate this powder, I just didn't love it. And all the marketing that went into this, I thought it was going to be like a real life filter for my face. And the first time I wore it, I remember thinking, wow, my skin looks so good. But I think I just have better powders out there, if I'm completely honest with you. So I never reach for this, like literally never. I'm not putting any powder under my eyes because look at all my creasing. Maybe I will put a bit of powder under my eyes. It's going to either make or break my under eyes, isn't it? I found it was a bit light for my face, even though it's translucent. And I was a little bit worried that other people with darker skin tones would find this problematic. But let's give it another whirl because today is the best time to test this because I've got a lot of pores on show thanks to the Hy-Glam foundation. Right, this is a Real Techniques Ultimate Powder Brush. You don't need a lot of this. That actually, look at the difference between that side and that side. Let me show you. Work it into the brush. You see that there? All the pores. Yeah. Do you know what? I don't think it's bad. I never thought that it was bad. Again, I just didn't love it. That's it. I just didn't love the powder. But I think on an occasion when you have a lot of pore emphasis, you've got a lot of shine on your face, then this is a good powder. I have dry skin, so I don't really have an issue with a lot of oils coming through. Let's go crazy and pop a bit of the powder under my eyes, tiny wee bit. Oh, this is a Morphe M164 powder brush. I just think I just have other powders that I love better than this, and I think that's what it boils down to. I still love my Huda Beauty more. I still like the Makeup by Mario powder more. I still like the L'Oreal Blurfection more. I think, again, I was just underwhelmed by this. And I think that's the key theme of today. I was underwhelmed by all of these products, and I expected more, especially for the prices that I was paying, because I bought all of these with my own money. And when you are spending your hard-earned money on products, you expect it to work brilliantly. See, I can't put the lid on this. What is wrong? Why? Now it's all come off. Look, I actually am on the verge of chucking this across the room, but I know that I will suffer for that, not the powder. No. The packaging alone is a fail. Okay, the packaging makes the powder a fail, so no, just no. The lip product that I want to talk about is one I want to give another whirl because I never pick it up and everybody talks about it and raves about it and says it's the best lip product ever, but I didn't like it that much. It's this one from Fenty. This is the Fenty Beauty. My eyes are not that good to read this. What's it called? It's the Gloss Bomb Stick in the shade, is it Fussy? Yeah, I think it was the shade. First of all, I think I just picked the wrong shade. And I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the smell. When a lip product doesn't smell nice, I just don't like my life. That's the shade, is it Fussy? Let's give it a whirl. No lip liner. It's a bit purple, isn't it? It's the shade. Right. I know what it is. It's number one, it's the shade. Number two, the smell. I don't like the smell. And it's funny because I saw someone online talking about the smell and saying that they just pull out their Fenty Gloss Bomb sticks to smell it. And I don't get it because I don't like the smell. It smells chemically and I don't like it. But my lips look really good though. This is a very hydrating feeling lip product. It doesn't feel like a gloss. It feels like a hybrid between a lip oil balm and a lipstick. Do you know, I actually really like the feeling of the formula. The smell, I find, does hang around. And every time I've worn this, I've been like, oh, I hate that smell so much. Yeah, do you have that same problem with this Fenty? Don't like the smell and the shade. So that's my problem. So that is the finished look with all of the makeup that I found very underwhelming recently. So look, I think today has validated some of my feelings, but it's also taught me, again, that I need to go back and try products, especially I'd say my standout products of today are the blush and the mascara. I'm kind of glad about the blush because I was a little bit concerned that I'd wasted my money. So yes, it's a lesson to us all to go back in and you know what, if a product doesn't work, it's okay. It's okay to say that they don't work, but at least give them another try like I've done today. And I'm kind of glad that I did. So do let me know what makeup products have you tried lately that you did not like at all. If it was a suggestion from me, and don't shout at me, okay? I get a lot of that in my comments, people being angry with me about my recommendations, but remember, one man's trash is another man's treasure and different strokes for different folks. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.